film grain was once a flaw, an unavoidable byproduct of chemistry and light. But as photography evolved, so did our taste for it. What began as noise on emulsion became warmth in the eyes. We learned to associate grain with truth weathered, real humans. Barthes saw this intuitively when he described the grain of a voice, that physical texture, not just heard, but felt. It was never about perfection. It was about presence. MIDI, designed to make machines play music like humans, introduced a feature called humanization. It added deliberate imperfections, off, beat rhythms, and variable velocities. The idea was to counterfeit authenticity. Programmers knew too much precision would sound dead. They gave us the illusion of breath in every note. But here's the rub, we bought it. We craved that false humanity, that mechanical soul.
The challenge of detecting synthetic media lies not just in technical accuracy, but in our evolving understanding of deception. AI must be met with AI.
In a world where trust is scarce, imperfection has become a feature, not a bug. Digital platforms have turned what we once considered flaws into calculated signals of authenticity. Instagram filters mimic film grain to create intimacy in an age of algorithmic detachment. AI voice tools add pauses and stutters as if they're emulating human doubt. Even as we develop tools to catch these fakes, the system is always evolving. The more we refine our ability to detect imperfection as a signal of authenticity, the faster those signals become part of new deception strategies. In this arms race, trust itself becomes a moving target, not because the world is more broken, but because every flaw can now be bought.
Then to check dye and fabric colors, and check them accurately and scientifically, there's the spectrophotometer. This instrument can detect and record more than 2 million different colors.
The war between detection and deception is accelerating at a rate that outpaces even our ability to name it. As authentication algorithms become better trained, their adversaries evolve too. Not just imitating imperfection, but perfecting the art of fakeness itself. What was once accidental noise in data now becomes purposeful code. The line between real and simulated blurs until both sides are chasing a phantom standard of authenticity we no longer recognize. In the past, color spectrophotometers were used to measure inconsistencies with precision. Now, those same irregularities are algorithmically faked, not just in skin tones and hairlines, but in voice modulation and emotional cadence. AI-generated faces don't just look real anymore. They feel real because they carry the weight of simulated imperfection. This is no longer mimicry. It's a new kind of craftsmanship, where flaw becomes feature, error becomes evidence of life. Postman understood brings its own kind of distortion, and in doing so, redefines what counts as truth. Now we see his warning play out on a vast scale. Authenticity itself has become code, programmable, and thus replicable. As soon as you build an algorithm to verify human traits like voice cracks or asymmetrical smiles, someone else builds another to simulate them. The result is not just deception, but the collapse of trust into an endless cycle, where even our best intentions get flattened by the weight of optimization.
Physical realities of light and matter have an endlessly changing and dynamically new existence. As with any creative medium, computer artists use basic principles of design, such as texture, lighting, transparency, and color.
Roland Barthes once said that an artwork gains its value from having been. But what happens when authenticity is no longer rooted in time, experience, or human presence? Today, a digital forgery can be as convincing and culturally valuable as the real things. We've moved beyond mere imitation into full simulation, where signs of age, wear, or uniqueness are programmable features. The line between artifact and illusion dissolves, not with a bang, but with an algorithm. The camera once held a sacred place in our culture because of its supposed objectivity, the indexical trace connecting image and subject. Now, with AI generating flawless forgeries from text prompts, that connection is shattered. We no longer trust what we see, only what we can verify through code. The soul may not be captured on film anymore, but it certainly isn't in the pixels either. If imperfection is now a replicable feature, then where do we place our trust? In an age of synthetic artifacts and algorithmic storytelling, truth becomes not a discovery, but a calculation. Neil Postman warned that television redefined how we think about knowledge. Today, our machines are redefining what it means to be humans. We may soon live in a world where the only thing more artificial than the product is your memory of ever doubting it.